it's very good to be here today, and I thank Peter Carroll from the bottom of my heart. But as you know, this whole thing is a team effort which was spearheaded by Peter, masterminded by the solicitors at Howe & Company, and I'm the head that is put above the parapet. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming here today. This is a hugely important day. This is the day where we can show the government that all Gurkhas who have fought so valiantly for our country should have the right and opportunity to live in the UK. So today we walk with honour past the cenotaph to bow our heads in remembrance of the 50,000 men of the Gurkhas who've laid down their lives over the past 200 years for our country. And we go to Downing Street and we say, I do hope that you haven't misjudged the feeling in this country. I do hope that you will be able to restore very swiftly the feeling of honour that has so long been missing from us, the sense that we can stand up tall again and be proud to be British. Yay!
I think the turnout, both in the size of the petition and the physical turnout today, is absolute overwhelming evidence that this isn't just a small group of people. This is the whole nation saying, put this wrong right. The British people love, and I use the word advisedly, they love the Gurkhas. There's an emotional bond, and it's a tragedy that it's got to this stage where we have to have this campaign. But I just hope the government finally listens.
Hundreds of thousands have signed petitions, written letters, joined the campaign, and I just hope the government sees reason and says yes this morning.
I think what's rather shattering is that soldiers who've served with the British Army have to assemble like this to get justice. That seems the most shocking thing of it. The second thing of it is such a pleasure to meet Gurkhas and the Nepali people and their wives and families, because they are ludicrously good-natured and forgiving and self-effacing and optimistic. Somebody once put it rather neatly. They said, Gurkhas are good for you. I think it's a very nice phrase. They actually lift the spirits.
When this campaign started, I sort of was not involved in a very upfront way, but supported it, and then I joined them outside the High Court a few weeks ago, and I thought I must come today, you know, for my husband's memory, and also for all the people who are still alive, for goodness sake. You know, they need looking after.
There's a marvellous piece by Professor Sir Ralph Turner when he'd done a Nepali dictionary, and he ended it up by saying, bravest of the brave, most generous of the generous, never had country more faithful friends than you. And I think that that's actually summed up by everybody who's ever worked with them or been billeted with them or had any dealings with them. Even now later we've got quite a lot of ex-Gurkhas since 1997 who are working as security people here, and the security guards think the world of them. Because I tell you, put a Gurkha in front of somebody, nobody wants to cross them. We could do with more Gurkhas in this country.
I feel ashamed for our government, actually. I think that's not what British people are like. You know, we really do look after people. We're very, I think, by nature, we're kind and caring people. And it seems to me the attitude of the government up to now has been less than kind, less than sensitive.
And I think my father would be, first, very, very ashamed that the country never got to this stage, but secondly, very, very proud that these terrific people are here in such, having come from really, well, you heard it in the speech, sleeping 8 to a woman, crammed into, you know, shocking circumstances. So these are very disastrous things, and we will get it right. It's just a shame it's come to this for our country to have to do this.
I was at a meeting, a very small meeting in Cheriton in Folkestone, where a Gurkha said all my dad wanted to do was see the country he was prepared to die for, and they wouldn't let him.
Dealing with now at the moment is right to settlement, and in the trail of that, of course, will come pensions and how is that going to be sorted out. They absolutely deserve to be pensioned in a way that Commonwealth soldiers and our British soldiers are pensioned. That's all all there is to it. I mean, there isn't a very big debate of how much they should get, and when they should get in, and when should be backdated. That shouldn't be part of it. So if we can get the right of settlement, so we just have to jump that first jump. But nevertheless, like David Cameron said in his keynote speech this year at the Conservative Party conference, whatever it took, they'd do it. So this government ought to do it. Failing this, if the next government is a Conservative government, they will do it.
I cannot think of any more powerful demonstration than what we've done today. And I pray from the bottom of my heart that he does the statesman-like things and does this for the country. Forget party politics, forget the MOD, forget the Foreign Office, forget the Home Office. This is where he should step forward as a statesman.
I hope he just drops all the bureaucracy, drops all the committee meetings, drops all the ifs, oh yes and buts, and just says yes.
We've promised them we won't stop until we get justice. So, I'm 62 now. I reckon I could give it another 40 years. Darling, 102!
Yeah.
You'll be beating me off with sticks. I'll be like a parrot, clutching. And I'll be there.
If our government decided to pick a fight with old soldiers because they thought they had no voice, they were wrong. You are their voice. The hundreds of thousands of people who have signed petitions are their voice. The millions of people around this country who support old Gurkhas are their voice.
My husband, who was a major in the 9th Gurkhas, would be equally as shameful as I am of what is happening to his wonderful men. He adored his Gurkha men.
It's not often in politics that you're shocked. But a while ago I was shocked when I heard a judgment that said a man who won the Victoria Cross in the service of this country was told that he did not have sufficient link with this country to be allowed to live here. That, in my view, was a shame on our country.
But as sure as night turns into day, the Gurkhas will win, and they'll win with the overwhelming support and affection of the British people.
To which we say yes.
Yes.
To which we say yes.